Good afternoon and good evening from where you are. This is your boy Kwikiriza Bruce Chris again with some new updates and some maybe a piece of advice. Some people, they always think of buying everything from the supermarket or from the market. But do you know that there's a way how you can save that small money? Sometimes you see it as a small money, but when you get this amount of money that you spend every day, and you just get a paper. For example, I'm going to take an example of tomatoes. Every day, maybe every 2-3 days, you go to the supermarket and you buy tomatoes, just a small box of tomatoes, and this, it costs maybe 3 euros, between 2 euros to 3 euros, which is something like over 10,000 Ugandan shillings. So look at this money that you spend at least every week. Let me say every week you spend like 20,000 on just tomatoes. Now get the 10,000, okay, times 4 weeks, and after times 4 weeks times 12, no, how many, yeah, times 12. Look at how much you spend on tomatoes. But mind you guys, sometimes maybe you have a place somewhere there. I have visited a lot of people here in Europe, for example, who have a chunk of land, who have a bigger land, but they cannot even save just like a small piece, just like this, to put at least 4-5 onions or tomatoes. Now, this year, my things did go well. I planted, yeah, but the weather was not good. But I want to tell you that in that small land that I planted few things, I think this year I'm not going to buy vegetables. I mean dodo. I have enough dodo for the whole year, that can take me for the whole year. I have onions, they're here. As I said, the weather did not favor me this year. But you can see that this is onions. And all these onions, trust me, I'm going to cut it and put it in the deep freezer. You see, if it had favored me, I want to show you something here. If it had favored me, it means I would be eating serious onions. I have seen something, you see, something like this. If it had favored me, but the weather for this year was not favorable, and again I planted very late. But guess what? I already have like onions because I've been keeping this in the fridge. You get it, clean it very well, cut it. So, and after cutting it, there is what they call deep freeze bag. You get them. You see this is a deep freezer bag. Put it there, seal it well, put it in the freezer. Trust me, your onion will remain so. Still, as I told you that the season did not go well with me. These are the only tomatoes, the few tomatoes, and I have been keeping small. It wasn't too much, but now I got these tomatoes and I kept them somewhere, and now today I'm revealing them because there's another trick. If you see that the weather is going to affect your tomatoes, there is a way how you can pick them even and when they're not ready. You keep them all. You pick them all. You keep them somewhere. That will be the next trick. Next time, maybe next year, I'll give you that trick. And then now I'm going to wash them very well, cut one by one, and I keep them. And I'm going to be eating fresh tomatoes instead of eating tinned tomatoes and packed tomatoes from the shop. It is better you go ahead and you eat fresh tomatoes from your garden. And mind you guys, you do not have to have, you shouldn't have a big land to have this one. If I can show you where I have just removed, where I've just gotten this, it is something like 5 lines, I think, something from here to there, and there are like 4 lines. So I made sure that I plant different ones. These are reds and these are whites. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is something that I wanted to tell you today. Don't keep lying on shop. There are things that you shouldn't buy. Even if you don't have enough space, you can get a bucket, put soil, put fertilizers, and after getting fertilizers, for example, me, I keep my fertilizer is there. You see? This is my fertilizer. You see that thing? When I get anything that is that can rot, I put it there. That's a fertilizer. So I use this fertilizer when time comes, and I just put it somewhere, and I don't buy fertilizers. Why should I buy fertilizer? I'm an African. Why? So this is a food for thought to you people who have small place. Even if it is as small as this one, you can have something there. Stop thinking that me, I'm in Europe, I'm in America, everything can be like, my hands has to be, you see, these are my hands. What? So, I'm eating fresh, I've been eating fresh, I think since, this is October, I've been eating fresh dodo since April. Eat fresh dodo, I eat nakati, I eat all kind of fresh foods that are there actually. I also eat booga. They're still there. You see, we are entering winter, and they're still there. I can take you and you see if you want. They're there. So try as much as possible. Also beans. I've been eating beans, fresh beans. So that's why sometimes I tell you that don't take things for granted. When you have small thing, just use it. Otherwise, going every day and you buy things, going every day, you may not feel it, but at the end of the year, I want you to get a pen and paper. Go see the onion, the small pack of onion that you buy, maybe €1.40. Remember also in winter, tomatoes, the price of tomatoes go high. I don't know whether you have ever realized this. There are people who don't even look at this. But in summer, tomatoes are cheap. So why should you keep your tomatoes like in this time? In these times, it is because like we are entering winter, and in winter tomatoes are always very expensive. So as you are buying tomatoes for 3 euros per small bucket like this, small cavera like this, for me, I'm picking tomatoes from the fridge and I'm eating and I'm enjoying almost free tomatoes, because it takes me nothing to dig here. I grew up in the village, I know how to dig. And if you are near me and you have something like this and you want me to dig, also here I am, have a cheaper labor. I'm coming to dig for you, and you never know. Then tomorrow, when my tomatoes are not okay, when they don't come out like this year, and then I can share with you, or you can give me some. Keep yourself on this YouTube channel, because it is a source of knowledge. Guys, I'm not here to show up, but I'm here to open your brain, because we have always been relying on channels that don't add anything on us. But this channel is just there to open your brain, to open your mind, to make sure that you live a happy life. You eat fresh. You give information that can help someone also eat fresh. Keep informed. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing, so that we can live a happy life. Bye.